Hi, my name is Jim Mulaney from SciTech Process Solutions. Today is Monday, June 29th, 2020. Hope everyone's being safe with COVID-19. Here at SciTech, we are taking it very seriously with all the protocols. Everyone normally in manufacturing is wearing a mask. I have mine off just now for this video so you can hear what I'm saying. But after the video, everyone goes back to masks and wears appropriate gloves. I'm doing a video source inspection of a customer's tool they sent us for refurbishment. For the privacy of our customer, because we upload this to our YouTube channel, their PO number is 4048880. We do not give their name out, however. So this is a semi-tool 2300S spin rinse dryer designed for high-profile 8-inch wafers. The customer also purchased another rotor and an insert for running 150 millimeter substrates. But that's on a separate purchase order, so just this is only for the refurbishment. What I'll go ahead and do is start the process, and then I'll talk about the refurbishment program. It's kind of boring when we get into the dry cycle, just watching this spin, so it's better for me to talk during that time. So simply, just so you can see, the bowl has been repurposed. We have a special process here at SciTech that we go through. It's proprietary, of processing the bowl, the new electropolish. It looks beautiful. So, this is a customer's rotor, customer's cassette. I'll load their cassette of 25 wafers and simply hit start. This customer has the sensor for looking for a cassette. Also, you can see that they wrote empty carrier must be present for tool to be work in the auto cycle. Okay, we're doing a very short rinse, and then we'll go into the purge, which blows the nitrogen through the DI line so no water can drip back. Again, that's a very short per 10-second purge. Then we'll go into dry 1 and dry 2. And there we go. We're ramping up. So typical SRD processes known around the world are 2 dry cycles if you can. A high RPM, shorter duration dry. That's meant to sling the water off of the substrate and so forth. Then you go into a low duration RPM with more time, and you use the N2 heaters, heater blankets, and centrifugal force to go ahead and dry the wafers. This customer, we have a little bit longer time than normal. They had 180 seconds, I believe it was, in dry 1. And then they actually had a very long dry 2, 540 seconds. For the ease of this video, I changed their process down to only 240 seconds in dry 2, which you'll see when we move that dry cycle. Okay, while we're watching the tool run, I'll go talk about our remanufacturing process. At SciTech Process Solutions, we remanufacture and rebuild all types and all sizes of spin rinse dryers. We're actually doing, for a customer right now, a little cassette with a 1/4-inch slice of a 2-inch wafer. And we make special inserts and rotors for those. So we can go all the way down to a slice of a 2-inch wafer, all the way up to over 300 millimeter. We do systems that are actually larger than 300 millimeter. Since we remanufacture from ground up, we don't really care what our starting product is. We have our own bowls, our own windows, door seals. We have all the parts needed. So the way a typical system is remanufactured at SciTech, and that could be a customer system or one we sell out of our own stock, is that the system is broken down to the base level, just a simple metal plate. And then any new parts needed to reconfigure it are brought over to manufacturing. And then we go through the rebuild process. We rebuild all the valving, we rebuild the motors, we go through all the electronics, all the controllers have gone through our controller repair center. We go through and check all the sensors, all the heater blankets. We check the windows for cracks and replace as necessary. That's if we're doing a customer's refurb. If it's one out of our stock, it'll be new parts. I won't go into in total detail. Customers are given a very detailed breakdown of our remanufacturing process that talks about all the parts replaced and so forth. But the bottom line, at the end of the remanufacturing process, we want the tools to run like new. Okay, so what happens is in the dry build area, which I was just discussing, the system is built up without any poly. It's just a system by itself, which we call just a head assembly. It goes through complete remanufacturing, then has a technician do a source inspection of the tool. If it passes source inspection, it's brought into wet test. And wet test, before the poly is put on, we hook up all the DI lines, we check for any leaks, make sure all the fittings are tight and so forth, and run approximately 50 processes. At the end of those 50 processes, if everything runs perfect and there's no errors, we go ahead and refit it back to the poly. The reason why this is important, like especially in the customer's system, is the poly makes a big difference on vibration noise. We find that a tool can be running great, and you put the poly on, and just the way the poly fits to the system, it starts vibrating. And vice versa, you can have a system that vibrates a little bit. When you put the poly on, it runs perfect. So the poly is an important part of the whole remanufacturing process. Again, this is the customer's poly. All we do with this one is clean it. We actually did some repairs on it. We can't tell inside, but there was broken parts, broken poly. That was all done. We have a complete poly shop here at SciTech, so we can handle that. So now you can see we dropped down into dry 2, about 600 RPM, and we're going to go for another 200 seconds. So after it's done and the poly is put on, then sales is notified. We come down, we do the video for the customer, so we can go ahead and release shipment. This customer, turns out, is in California, so we're going to make the shipment today to them. All right, while this is running, let's talk about our support. So this is an S model, as in Sam. There's also the F models in Frank and the traditional ST models. If you go to SciTechProcess.com, on the left-hand side, the first 7 buttons you see are all SRD related. The first 3 are the tools, S, F, and ST. Again, we do all sizes, all configuration, doesn't matter. You can, the next 3 buttons are the spare parts for those direct tools. We have 100% spare parts. We have new windows, new door seals, new motors, new servo amps we designed, our own sensors, our own heater blankets, everything. In our remanufacturing process, all the lines are replaced also. All the Teflon lines are done. I did not say that. All the pneumatic lines are done. So the system, anything that passes through the DI or N2 path is like new. So you can buy all the ACR valves from us brand new. The 7th button is then on our SST and SAT type spare parts. We have some of those in stock, mostly from companies that we've acquired and we've purchased their new inventory. Okay, we have about 2 minutes left. Our other main product lines at SciTech, along wet processing at least, are the Floorware Integris HTC box washers. We're actually rebuilding one for a customer now. They actually sent ours to us. We have one where we sold that's in manufacturing. We also just had it delivered in-house on last week, a new 8030 that we're going to start the refurbishment process on. We also do mask and wafer scrubbers. That would be your Ultra T, Ultratech, K&S, so forth. Single wafer processing, high pressure with DI water and heat dry. Okay, about another 85 seconds. At the end of this process, what will happen is, it's called the RSP, meaning rotor stop positioner. It's back behind the system here. It actually has a piston that shoots out. It rolls against the cam assembly, finds a certain spot in that cam, and uprights we call home position. It'll be 12 o'clock. When that opens at 12 o'clock at RPM's end, I'll hear the door release and I'll be able to open it. So we have about another minute to go. About 15 seconds, so I'll do that. Other products we support at SciTech, we do the KLA particle counters. That's the 10-core 6000 class, the 4000, 5000 class. We do metrology tools. We do nanometrics, prometrics, deck tacks. We do ellipsometry equipment. We also do high and low power microscopes. We also do quite a lot of photolithography, a lot of pumps, millipore, Cybor, IDI, and so forth. We do complete refurbishments of them. Customers send us theirs. We do controllers also. We have a full line of photoresist pump capability. Okay, we got 25 seconds, so I'll scoot down to this side. Again, at the end of the process, it'll start to wind down, and when the RSP fires, you'll see, you might not be able to hear it, but I will when I hear the door release. See the door's locked now? I'll hear it release and when the door seal is done. About 7 seconds. Alrighty, winding down. This is a large rotor and 200mm wafer, so it takes a little bit of time, a few seconds to wind down. There we go. And zero RPM. Hear that noise? That was the door releasing. Okay, first thing I like to do, feel for hot end 2. Okay, second thing is look at the cassette, nice and warm, wafers are dry, very nice. Alrighty. So that looks good. Okay, so as you can see, the system ran perfect. When it came in, it was in pretty bad shape, but it's fully remanufactured now, in great condition, full warranty and so forth. So that was a quick summary of the capabilities of SciTech Process Solutions. Again, if you go to our website, on the left-hand side at the top, there's a search bar. You can put in different tools. The more vague you are, the more hits you'll get of relevance of products coming back. Or you can go to the categories down below if you want to be more specific, like metrology tools or box washers or mask cleaners, etc. They're all broken down in separate categories. Okay, again, my name is Jim Mullaney. Today is Monday, June 29th, 2020. I hope everyone's safe with obviously the issues with COVID-19 around the world. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact us at 916-797-9000 and ask for anyone in our sales department. Thank you and have a great day.